Shout out to Sellerboard for being today's sponsor. So this month, I'm happy to say that I made a lot of money. In fact, if I continue to sell this much every month, I'll be able to live off of this. It is the end of the month, which means it's time to open up my books and be 100% transparent and show the world how much I made from Amazon FBA. If you've worked with Amazon, you know that it isn't very easy to find your monthly profits. You would think that that's something that you could easily just click on a button here and voila, you would see how much you made at the end of the month. But Amazon, being notorious for making things harder than they should be, doesn't make it easy for you to see your monthly profits. So in order to do that, I'm going to be using Sellerboard. This is a mess. So coming into February, I didn't expect sales or profits to be as good as January's. For one, there's fewer days in February, which means fewer days of sales. Also, some of my best products were out of stock. And this is a big no-no, but I'll have to say that they were out of stock for a good reason. And that reason being was I sold way more than I expected in January, and it just took me a little bit longer to get those products in stock. Stockouts are not good, but at least I stocked out because of higher sales and not because of poor planning. So with that being said, you wouldn't expect February to be that good of a month, but much to my delight, this month turned out to be one of the best months I've ever had. So let's just go ahead and dive right into it. I've already filtered this for the month of February, and I've got it sorted out to show us the top 3 units. Coming in at number 1, the SDS binder. And this, as you can see, sold 129 units. Second place went to the 2-pack floor mats. And third place went to the 4-pack wet floor sign. Let me just talk about these briefly. The binder has consistently been one of my top sellers, so the fact that it came in as number 1 again for the month of February doesn't surprise me. What did surprise me though was my number 2 item, the 2-pack floor mat. This is still a new item, so I didn't expect it to climb the chart so quickly. Also, if you look at the floor mats on Amazon, you see that there's a lot of competition, making this segment very saturated. So that begs the question, how did it sell so well? So I looked into this and I think I found the reason why. Well, actually, I think I found 2 reasons. First of all, if you look at the price, you see that I'm selling these for only $22.99. And the best seller, which also has the Amazon Choice badge, is selling for $25.88. So mine's at a $3 discount and the mats are very, very similar. So the lower price definitely contributed to an increase in the sales. Another reason why is because I spent a lot of money on advertising. I spent nearly $350, which means my tacos for this item alone was about 16%. Those of you who've watched this channel know that I like to keep my tacos around 10 to 12%. So 16% is a little high. It's not the end of the world, but that also could be one of the reasons why this product is doing better than I expected. Now, am I making money? I wish I could say yes, but unfortunately, I'm only making a little bit. I'm hoping to get some market share, and then once I do, maybe I'll be able to decrease costs by increasing order size or possibly even being able to raise the price. I'm okay not making money on this product at this point, but I would like to be pretty soon. I talked a little bit more about the mats that I wanted to, so to get back on track, let's finish up the top 3 products, and the third being the commercial wet floor sign 4-count pack. This thing is going gangbusters. Sometimes when you develop a product, you just know it's going to do well. And this ended up being one of those products. The wet floor sign market is saturated with a specific kind of wet floor sign, the kind that folds. The problem with that kind of sign is that it falls over pretty easily and you can't store it very well. So I knew that an alternative like this would do well. Believe it or not, this has already gained the category bestseller badge, which for those of you who work in Amazon, FBA, know badges like that are gold. Buyers flock to those because those badges make your products more reputable compared to the competition. Problem though, is it's going so well that I sold out. I'm still trying to figure out the inventory levels. Every month I'm selling more and more than the previous month, so I'm having a hard time gauging how much inventory I need to maintain. This is a good problem, but I do need to nip this in the bud, and I'd like to get my hands wrapped around this soon. All right, so those are the top 3 products sold by unit. Now let's move over to the top 3 products based on sales revenue. So coming in at number 1 was the Days Without Incident sign. I took a big gamble when I developed this because there wasn't a lot of products on the market, which could potentially be a good thing, but it also could mean that there's just not a demand for it. This is not a cheap product to make. It has electrical components, there's a little bit of complexity to it, so the unit cost is high. And in order for me to make a profit on it, the sales price was going to be high. In fact, this is one of the most expensive products that I sell, but the gamble has paid off. And as you can see, this product was number one for the month of February, having a sales revenue of over $6,000. Number two was the 3-pack SDS binder with sales of $4,859. And the third was the 4-pack SDS station, which had sales of $4,449. Okay, now as for the most profitable items, first place went to the 4-pack SDS station, which made a profit of $2,468. Second place went to the Days Without Incident sign, no surprise there. That made a little over $2,100. And lastly, third place went to the 3-pack SDS binder, which made a profit of $2,014. So with all those product details out of the way, the reason why you're here, money. It's now time to see how much profit I made from Amazon FBA for the month of February. Here we go. From 54 products, total revenue was $47,216. Advertising costs were $3,643. Refund costs were $2,385. Amazon fees were $16,665, and cost of goods sold was $10,620. So that means total Amazon FBA profit for the month of February was, drumroll, $13,901. I'm super happy about this. Despite being a shorter month and having some stock outs, this turned out to be the most profitable month I have actually ever had. In the near term, I don't expect this every month, but I'm confident that as I persistently work on my Amazon FBA business, months like this won't be the exception, but will eventually become the rule. Thanks again for joining me for another episode of How Much I Made from Amazon FBA. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Until next time, take care.